joining me for your February Astro Tarot forecast. My name is Audrey Alison, and I'm shuffling the Alchemical Tarot by Robert M. Place. It's one of my oldest decks, but I did start using this on YouTube back in August of 2013. I know I wasn't here last month. Thank you for your patience. I was recovering from COVID, and I wanted to save my energy for my clients that I had in January because I was still working. It was just a rough process, and I was very, I couldn't concentrate. I look like hell. Trust me, you didn't want to see me. I do want to touch on some of the transits that I missed because they're important and still very relevant, Cancer. So please watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign for a full dose of the cosmos for the month. Just a few days before New Year's Eve, on December 28th of 2021, Jupiter entered the sign of Pisces officially for the full year until December 20th of 2022. So he changes signs once a year and remains in them for the full year. So Pisces for Cancer is another brother, sister, water sign. This really works for you because this trines positively, harmoniously, your personal planets that you have in Cancer. Jupiter will remain this year in your 9th sector of certification, education, foreign travel, spirituality, and the metaphysical. This is the sign, the sector of the law and property. So Jupiter is expanding this sector. This is also your belief systems. Cancer might be ready to have a light approach to this year. Last year was a lot heavier for you. But this year, what is foreign to you inspires you. The same old isn't working. Jupiter naturally governs the 9th sector. So as he's transiting here, this is the expansion of the desire to learn, to absorb culture and what is rare to you, like a sponge. You absorb that energy like a sponge. Learning, going back to school, getting a higher certification of degree. This isn't just a diploma. This is about masters and even online certification of coursing and things like that. Cancer wants to develop knowledge in this year. And this is great for people who are into architecture, design, building a home, expanding your property, getting a law degree. Wow, Jupiter in the 9th house for the year could be passing the bar if those of you are waiting on that. This is the year to take it and do it. Reading, online material and coursing. I know I said that, but I'm getting it again. You go through things very quickly. You go through reading materials and absorbing data very easily this year, Cancer. So, and taking trips to places you have never been. No redos here. This is about fresh new experiences. And this is the sector of adventure. So you could have some excursions to Costa Rica, zip lining, doing things that are just so not typically Cancerian. But this is the year that you thrive in that way. On the 14th of January, Mercury retrograded at 10 degrees of Aquarius, and we're currently still in that retrograde, but it's deeper into the sign of Capricorn. And Mercury goes direct at 24 degrees of Capricorn on the 3rd of February. This has affected your 8th and 7th house. Your review and analysis occur in the sector of shared resources and investments and trading, and your marriage, your partnerships, business and personal. So from mid-January through the end of January, there was some review of where your money was allocated and in what funds, or who's paying you, where are we putting it, and how good is that? There's a revision here. And now in February, tail end of January and the first week of February, the review for Cancer is in your marriage and or partnerships. This doesn't mean negative or positive. It's just informative. It's an assessment quietly. In fact, I wouldn't outwardly communicate what is going on mentally in the first 3 days of February, as Mercury is still slowed down. There's a lot of misunderstandings, and this is internal. This is about what Cancer needs and can bring up to their partner's attention mid-February. On the 24th of January, Mars made a transit into the sign of Capricorn, your polar opposite sign. And Mars, the planet of energy and direction, remains in this 7th sector of marriage through March 6th for you. You have energy for couples therapy, to mend things with your spouse. If you're single, expect relationship between this forecast and March 6th. There is something very inspiring, passionate, because Mars is involved, and quick. It happens in the blink of an eye. You could meet this person. There's a rapid pace to how quickly this can develop. Jupiter is also sextiling Mars between the 7th and the 9th house. The opportunity to meet someone abroad quickly and have this develop into a committed relationship through travel and experience is highlighted very strongly. And those of you already in marriages find that travel connects you more deeply in your partnership and brings out more intimacy and connectivity between you and your spouse. I need a sip of tea here. On February 1st, tomorrow, we have our new moon on the first day of the shortest month of the year. February 1st, new moon at 12 degrees of Aquarius in your 8th house of intimacy and shared resources, new ways of investing, new methods of trading. Cancer, I don't know if you've looked into NFTs or crypto or the Bitcoin, Litecoin world, Ethereum world. There's some new money, not old paper money, available to Cancer, or you could be reading about these methods of trading, this new way of earning. This is also a great time to sexually connect with your partner, new ways of privately and intimately connecting. On the 16th, we have our full moon, the moon of closure at 28 degrees of Leo in the 2nd house, the paper money sector, the confidence sector. Cancer, if there is an area that you need a boost or a resuscitation, it's the belief in self. Your confidence needs some illumination, and self-value and self-worth, some insecurities could arise mid-month. This is a month where therapy, a year actually, where counseling and therapy are helpful to you. So around the 16th, if you're feeling lower in your security level, or I want to say just strictly insecure, feeling less than, just know this is a temporary moody moon. And it's in your area of self-worth. And the full moon brings some weaknesses out. Some vulnerability is the right word. That's the word I'm choking on. You're vulnerable mid-month. And with that comes a little insecurity. Your little crustacean, your crab has a little broken shell, and some of the fresh, tender meat is hanging out. And you need to protect that a little bit. That was a weird visual. Also, a therapist could help draw out some of that exposure and keep you put back together, put that shell back together. On the 18th of February, the sun enters Pisces, where Jupiter and Neptune are, in that 9th house of foreign excursion, knowledge, experience, and belief. A great time for you to travel is between February 18 through March 20, when all three of these planets will be conjunct in your 9th sector of adventure and going somewhere you have not been before. I just have your cards face down, and I'm going to draw them for the month of February. Cancer, if you'd like a private reading with me, this is what I do. I'm at audreyalison.com. You can choose your date and appointment time, and we can get to it. Here are your cards. There you are. King of Cups, King of Vessels, King of Water. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, individual. Let's see what else they have to say. Wow. This is the most sexual of cards next to the Lovers. The Ace of Fire. Sexual activity, physicality, taking action, independence, creativity, fertility, pregnancy if the Empress pops up. But let's see. No, wow. Hierophant, counseling, therapy, spirituality, healing. This is the 9th house. This is the card that represents the area that Jupiter is in for you, and as well as the Sun and Neptune conjunct at the end of February. Knowledge, study. He's studying about astrology and the metaphysical, the Hierophant. But there is, take action towards therapy if you've been considering it. The Tarot is saying, yes, go for it. Ace of Wands. Yes, yes, yes. What else do we have? There's no need to be mentally stuck or trapped anywhere. The 8 of Swords is stuck on repeat. Telling yourself something isn't going to work or can't work over and over again. I would give therapy a go again, if that's what this was, if that's what the message was, if that's what you're telling yourself. Oh, it never worked for me. I didn't like it. I didn't like him or her. Sometimes it's not always the right time until it is. That's the message. You also have the Fighting Dogs. Pick your battles. Choose what is worth your time and energy and what is worth fighting for, especially if this beast is just in your mind. Why are you fighting what this brain is telling you? You're not your brain. You're not your thoughts. You're not even your body. Okay, you are your soul in the body. Choose your battles, because you're not what your brain is telling you you are. You're worthy. You are confident. You're capable. You're compassionate. You're a Cancer. I wish I could jump in your body and have you feel what I'm feeling right now, because you definitely got this. You can handle this. Replenish yourself. Restore yourself. take the trip, book the therapist, have sex, trust your partner. That's, if that's what they deserve. If you need to reevaluate your relationship, you have to reevaluate your relationship. Whew. Thank you. I hope this was helpful. If you'd like a private reading with me, I'm at audreyalison.com. I have availability in February. Remember, Cancer, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.